They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Justin Fields at quarterback gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Go. 48.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Play action. It's Fields. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
To throw is Fields.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Javon Kinlaw drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On is Santos for the Bears field goal.
This will be a 34-yard attempt. Oh, that is a complete shake. It's no good. Off to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And some room to work. And he's into the clear. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Now Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Working with a 2nd and 3. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 57's Mike. Mike 57. 3 buzz.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Right side caught by Jackson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lance going to throw. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. On play action, Lance. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. D.D. Westbrook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 48, Mike 48.
A handoff to Abdullah. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Fields. This is screen to Abdullah. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Let's go, let's go.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Lance to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. The open man is Westbrook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And Gold is able to put it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A give. This is Montgomery. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
2nd and 5.
Now again running right is Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Nifty move. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 26, check 26. Check safety,
Again, it's Sermon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here we go. 60 red.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Here we go. Watch the eye.
52. Slip. Ball open. Switch it. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
is Lance on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
53,
Lance now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down is Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give, right side. Herbert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
On the carry, it's Jackson. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here's Lance.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Shotgun now for Lance.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Joker, 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 Joker. Kill.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Fields. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target, Chris Conley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. D. Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, Fields.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 30. Two.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Check 31.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Get ready. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. 47. 11.
On play action, now Garoppolo. This is caught by Hilton. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Gold with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Niners 40, Bears 14. Robbie Gould to kick off 4 cents.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Fields now to throw.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
He's going to air one out.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, check, Mike.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Target. 11. 47 is the Mike. Watch the pass. Mike.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Get the ball. 57 the Mike. 57 the Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch twitch.
Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap, Fields. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Play action. It's Fields. He's got the hook up with Conley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Throwing again is Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Double tight, double tight. Hey, we got 4.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.